If you're a mom who ever stood in front of her closet when trying to prepare for an event, or if you need somewhere to go to that day and you think nothing seems to fit anymore, you have this whole row of clothing items, but you feel like nothing fits anymore, and it could go even deeper. I don't even know who I am anymore. Then this video is for you. So after having my kids, I have 3 at this point, and each stages is different for me. And overall, I've always had this feeling that I've somewhat lost myself. I don't know if it's like the postpartum hormones raging, postpartum depression, but it felt a little bit more than the weight or the number on the scale. I was mentally foggy, emotionally drained, and it came to a point where even my body didn't feel like it's mine anymore. And then I remember one day I had to go somewhere and I had to try on clothes. I went to Target and I had to try on a few clothing items, and I just felt so horrible. I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like how the clothes fit. And nothing felt like me. It wasn't how I used to enjoy wearing cute clothes and going shopping. And then I slowly realized that it wasn't really much more about the weight itself. It was something deeper than that. Having 3 kids, I was always prioritizing family, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it felt at that point that I was actually already neglecting myself. So some of the challenges that I can think of on top of my head as a new mom, or just having given birth to my kids, some of the things that impacted me was the body changes. Number 1, it was really tough, and the time constraints. The more kids I had, the less time it feels like I have for myself and for other things that I want to do. And came with that was identity shift. I wasn't the Carla that I used to be anymore. Of course, a lot of things in my life changed. A lot of responsibilities start pouring in, and I felt like a different person. And that's okay. Change is okay. We are not the same person as we are 5 to 10 years ago, and I'm aware of that. But just a combination of all the responsibilities is just like a perfect storm. So I came to a realization that it was beyond just the clothes not fitting. It was beyond the scale not moving. It was more of who I had become and slowly becoming, and how I started to really neglect myself and self-care. If you're feeling the same way, and if it's something that resonates with you, of course, I could easily just tell you lose the excess postpartum pounds, since that's what I help most women with. But I know it's not that easy, and it's gonna take time, and sometimes the emotional toll that this takes on us, sometimes we need something quick, a solution that's very tangible. And let me tell you, it's totally possible to do that. If you feel like you're feeling down and you feel like you're neglecting yourself, there's something you can do right at the beginning to instantly change your mood and your mindset and start feeling better again. And I'm all about that tangible, practical stuff. That's what I'm going to share with you in this video. And something I stumbled upon from Ben Meir. This guy has a lot of productivity, self-improvement tips if you guys want to check him out. And this one that I'm going to share with you is the concept of capsule wardrobe. And I just think this is the perfect strategy for us women who is trying to juggle so many things and who want to make extra time for the things that we love and for us. So what a capsule wardrobe is: your set of clothes that's going to fit in your lifestyle. It's going to be simplified, and it should be flattering. You should feel good with what you're wearing. This is going to remove your decision fatigue, meaning it's one less decision that you have to make if you have a staple wardrobe that you could just grab and go. We have hundreds of things we need to decide on during the day, right? And I think that what you need to wear every day, daily, especially if you're just going out and running errands, if you remove that friction of having to decide what to wear, it's just going to free up a lot of your brain power, a lot of time, and you can focus that thing that you're going to free up into something for yourself. Like for me, it was like gaining my energy back and gaining my health back. And as a mom, we are making thousands of decisions every day. No wonder we're super exhausted by the end of the day, because it seems like we're making decisions for everyone else in our lives, right? Especially for our kids. And what you're gonna wear for that day when you go to your kids' sporting event shouldn't be one of them. You shouldn't take more than maybe 10 minutes to decide what to wear. And I know this sounds probably surface level and so simple, but let me tell you, I'm all about the simplicity. I'm all about the less clutter and the less resistance, the better. And I'm going to show you step by step how you can achieve that. First, you're going to take inventory of your wardrobe. You're going to look into your closet and try to sort things out, try to Marie Kondo things out. And what I want you to do is you're going to choose a color palette that makes you feel good, and most importantly, that works together. To me, if you ask me, I like the aesthetic of neutrals, something gray, something beige, brown, black, white, just because they're just easier to mix and match. Plus, I think these colors are a classic. I love the vibe that it gives. And then the third one is you're going to create a list of your signature items, and you have to categorize them for your work. One for fun stuff and another for your workouts and your exercises. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pare down to 30 to 50 items. And if you are someone who has a hard time letting go of things and you just like to hoard because of memory purposes, what you're going to do is you're going to grab each piece, hold them, and try to evaluate how you really feel. Does it still spark joy? Up to this point, after 10 years of owning this item, does it still make you feel good? And if the answer is yes, then you can keep it. But if not, if that clothing item has been in your closet and you haven't worn it anytime, then it's time to let go, girl. After you've chosen your 30 to 50 items, you're gonna box up some of them. You're gonna box all of them up, and one box for stuff you're ready to donate, and another box for if you really still want to keep it. And then once you have figured out your staple pieces, then you can go ahead and start donating, selling, or throwing them away. For me, and this is also something you can definitely modify based on your needs, but these are just to give you an idea of how you can declutter your closet and come up with your capsule wardrobe. So you can donate unused clothes, shoes, like what I said, purge undergarments, declutter bedside. Okay, that's something else that's outside the closet, but you're gonna see a lot of stuff closet related, because this one, zone 4, is all about the entire master bedroom. So declutter donate unused purses and bags. That's in my closet. Dispose of broken hangers. So this is a good comprehensive list, I think. So it goes beyond just your wardrobe. So feel free to use this, screenshot it, and use something similar. Over time, what happened was it kind of trickled down and was a domino effect. I stopped wasting my time digging for what outfits to wear every day. That's like one less thing to worry about. type of clothing that I wear. I make sure it's something that makes me feel confident. And because of that, I showed up differently every day. Work, my family, and my kids just became a newer version of myself. More energized, more vibrant. The first impact that this has done in my life is it reduced the decision fatigue. Each decision we make is just an added stress. If we can lessen that, it will be less work for us, and fewer decisions really mean you can allot energy and your time and effort into something else that's more valuable. And then the next one is you're gonna reclaim more free time. So if you think about it, if you are able to save 10 plus minutes a day because you're not deciding for what clothes to wear anymore, you're just prepared every single day. And imagine that adds up to hours and hours of saved time. And the next one is you're going to have less clutter. And to me, cluttered environment equals cluttered mind. The stuff I have around my environment really directly impacts my mindset. And if I have so many things cluttered everywhere, it just affects my mood. One tip I have for you is if you're running into an overwhelm, the first thing that you do that's very tangible is to declutter or clean up your surroundings, especially your work area, the most time you spend around it. I'm going to guarantee you once you do that, you are going to be instantly in a good mood. And same goes with your clothing. If you declutter it, donate the things you don't love anymore or doesn't spark joy anymore, then it's also going to create more space for something new. And the last one is something that's just nice to have. Cherry on top is if you have a consistent capsule wardrobe, it's gonna make you look smarter, well put together. You're gonna build your own brand. When you see this color palette, it stands out. It screams Carla. It just emanates your personal brand and just makes me feel put together all the time. So with all that being said, you don't really need to wait until you lose weight to feel good in your body on your own skin. You can start now with something like this that's a very action oriented. Once you implement it, you'll see results right away. You can change the way you speak, you can change the way you wear your clothes and how you take care of yourself. And I think Ben Meir said it best that if you put this into practice, it helps you be more mindful, more focused, and more intentional. And those are really the three important things that we can do in all aspects of life, especially if you're trying to really improve your fitness, if you're trying to lose weight, just be in the best healthiest version of yourself. These three things are really important to hone in so you can achieve any goals that you set. You do this, you're really going to have more time and energy for the things that matter. Going to the gym, meal prepping, and now you wouldn't have any excuses. So if this video spoke to you, if you can resonate with what I'm trying to say, save this video so it can serve as a reminder every time you need that push. Especially on those days that you forget who you are, what you want to be. And if you're ready to go deeper into your health journey, I've got something special for you in the description. I've got tons of resources that could definitely help you out. And of course, as usual, don't forget to watch the next video.